Hello students. So in the previous class we have studied about the living world part, that the characteristic features of the living organisms we have studied. So continuation of that video. Now we are moving toward the next characters. First two characters what we have studied, that is the growth as well as reproduction. Growth is not a defining features of living organisms as what we have studied, because it is also taking place in the non-living things. So in the same manner, reproduction is also not a feature of living organism, because some of the organisms are there which are unable to reproduce. That is why it is not a feature of a living organism. So now continuation of that, third one we have to observe that the metabolism. Third one is metabolism. Definition is important here as far as the exam part is considered. The sum total of chemical reactions takes place inside the body. The sum total of chemical reactions takes place inside the body is called as metabolism. The sum total of chemical reactions takes place inside the body is called as metabolism, or the sum total of biochemical reactions which are taking place inside the body, that also we have to write. Biochemical means chemical nature which is existing in the living organism. That is what we are observing it as an biochemicals. So now what it is going to mean, that metabolism, several organisms are there, right from the unicellular organisms, even bacteria also, right from the bacteria to the entire animal kingdom. All living organisms are normally made up of certain chemical reactions, and chemical substances are being made continuously, and it is normally changes into biomolecules. That what we are observing that. So now constantly changes are also taking place, and the chemical substances are releasing. In plants also we are going to observe that certain chemical substances are there, like even hormones are there. In our body also you can see that the chemical substances like HCl and all those which are existing in the body. What is the importance of those chemicals? It is we are not collecting the HCl outside, it is generating inside itself. The sum total of chemical reactions. So not only the HCl is generating, other part like the hormones are there, enzymes are there, these are the chemical substances which are existing. In the plants also photosynthetic activity is going to be taking place. That is also normally the metabolic activity is what we are observing that. So now respiration is taking place, excretion is taking place, digestion is also occurring. It is because of certain chemical substances or chemical reactions which are taking place inside the body. All together we are going to be considered as metabolism. Like for example, conversion of glucose into glycogen, glycogen into glucose. So conversion of glucose into glycogen, excess amount of glucose has been converted in the form of glycogen, stored. This is a type of metabolism. So now other anabolism and catabolism also occur. Catabolism under breaking that glycogen into glucose. So what do you mean by these things? You can see that all other reactions which are existing in our body, the chemical substances which are taking place inside the body, that is called as metabolism. So metabolism is normally are reactions which are taking place outside the body also. Outside the body means that is cell-free system. In the absence of cell also, in the test tube also certain chemical activities which are taking place. Cell-free system what we are observing here. So metabolic reactions also takes place in the cell-free systems. So in this way, metabolism is a characteristic feature of living organism. Digestion, excretion, respiration, whether it is taking place in the non-living things, no. So this is occurring in the living organism. Hence what we are observing that last word we have tried that metabolism is a, hence metabolism is a defining feature of metabolism is a defining feature of living organisms. Metabolism defining feature of living organism. So now metabolism is a feature of living organism. So this is what we are observing, that the metabolic activities. Commonly we are saying that whether metabolic activities which are normal metabolic activities ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ all the system activity like digestion, respiration or excretion ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ outside the body. Metabolism also takes place outside the body, means in the test tube also we are going to generate some of the things that what we are observing, that in the cell free system what we are saying. So now metabolism over. Next we are moving toward the another one. Fourth one we have to say that. Fourth one is consciousness. Fourth one is consciousness. Consciousness. So now consciousness, all living organisms are having capacity, respond and stimuli. We know about these things. ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. All living organisms are capable of respond to various stimuli. Response to various stimuli. The stimulus may be in the form of physical. The stimulus may be in the form of physical, chemical and biological. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಇದು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್, ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ activities, you know that is the touch or the stimulus, what we are saying, that chemical activities which are taking place inside the body also. And now biological activities. Biological activities here, the reproduction and all those things which are also normally influencing. And the consciousness plays an important role for the even in the reproductive activity, like the photoperiod also. That what we are going to discuss now. So now consciousness is the basic characteristics of living organisms. It is because of that stimulus and response that what we are observing, that if stimulus may be various types, physical, chemical and the biological process. So one of the important factor is, now what we are observing regarding the photoperiod. Photoperiod. In case of plants we are observing that photoperiod is also influencing the mode of reproduction. So how it is? Photoperiod under light. During the time of sunlight, you know about the sunflower. Sunflower, you can see that the sunflower is facing toward the sun during the time of day. Why? Because stimulus is the sunlight. Response is facing toward the sunlight. So in this way, photoperiod is also influencing the seed germination, which may take place in the form of temperature. Temperature may be there, water is supposed to be required, and these are the normally consciousness. Without the water, without temperature, even the seeds may not grow. That what we are observing, that we are also normally influencing the environmental factor. No doubt that we are having sense organs. With the help of sense organs, we can see that we can hear also. This is also we can see that if the severe cold is there, how you are feeling that the cold is there? It is because of the sense. We know about that. Namage chali aagta ide. It is because of the sense that what we are having. Temperature, if too hot is there, reflex action you have studied earlier class. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ತೋದು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಸೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್. Otherwise what will happen? If sensation is not there, then we cannot say that the normally life is existing. So in this way, what we are observing, that consciousness plays an important role in the living organisms. All living organisms are normally capable of the consciousness, that is response and stimulus, right from unicellular organisms. If for example you can touch the fish, you can touch the fish. Suppose if you want to catch the fish, means it is not possible. Why? Because it comes to know about this, anybody is coming here and they are collecting. So like that it is escaping. Apart from that, even you can see that the cockroach is there. During night time, you go inside the kitchen room, switch on the light, automatically cockroaches are moving away toward the light or toward the light, moving away from the light. It is because of the light is considered as an stimulus. Response is moving away from that. So, all living organisms, I am telling you that human beings are there, and even the certain animals are there. By seeing, eye is there. By hearing, ear, you can see that. So we can normally run from this place. So in this way, suppose any sound occurs behind this, snake comes, sound occurs, any animal normally the sound occurs with, then immediately we are normally running from that place. It is because of that sense. Without this, it is not possible. So, what we are going to write here is consciousness, that is response and stimulus. It is taking place in all living organisms, right from single celled organisms to the organ system grade of organization. ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. And now consciousness may be physical, chemical or biological method. Biological method means you know about this. Photoperiod is influencing the reproduction. Photoperiod is influencing the growth. So like that, consciousness plays an important role, and it is taking place in all living organisms. So we have to write here, last word is consciousness is a feature of living organism. Hence consciousness is a feature of living organism. Consciousness is a feature of living organism. Consciousness is a feature of living organism. Why? Because all living organisms, they are supposed to be having the characteristic feature. So in this way, not only photoperiod, even you can see that the darkness may be there. Some are considering it as a nocturnal habit. Nocturnal andre during the daytime they are become active. Like bat is there. How it is possible means darkness. Andre light is also influencing that what we are observing here. Not necessarily all those things. Everything you know that. One ಎರಡು ನಿಮಗೆ example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ. All are supposed to be normally having the sense. That is stimulus and response. Wherever stimulus is there, proper response is also taking place. That is the brain. You can observe that. Response is the brain. So in this way, consciousness is a feature of living organism. Right. Non-living things, whether the consciousness is there or response stimulus is there, no. Plant, you can observe that. The best example we are observing there, the touch me not plant is there. Mimosa pudica anta karitar, scientific name, you can observe that. Touch me not plant, whenever you are touching the leaves of the plant, the leaves are folding up. This is the best example, that is consciousness in the case of the plants. Right? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಹೌದಾ, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ನೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Some of the plants are there, they are producing the flowers in the summer season only. Why? Because temperature is influencing. Some of the plants are there normally during winter season itself, like even crops also. So in this way, temperature also influencing, light is also influencing the normally the development, or even we can observe that the reproduction and all those things what we have studied. Growth also we can observe that the light ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಪಾಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ರೈಟ್. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್. All living organisms are having capacity to sense or response to stimulus. Now we have to observe that whether all living organisms are able to sense, that is also one of the important factor. Andre, for example, all living organisms, what the definition says that living organisms are having response to stimuli. Hence, it is a feature of living organism. Okay, correct it is. But some of the persons are there. I am talking about the human beings. I am talking about some of the animals, you can observe that. some of the human beings are there which are in coma condition. Coma condition ಅಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗೆ. Coma condition ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. Eyes are closed. Suppose you are pinching on the leg means no response, but heart beating is taking place. Do you think that person is living? Yes. Then sensation is not there. Then what you are saying that whether it is not a feature of living organism? No. As ಕೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ no doubt that he is unable to speak. No doubt that he is normally open the eye. But he is living because of the heartbeat. Then what you are thinking that this character consciousness is not there, but even though he is living, then whether this character is applicable this or not means, so that is normal. It is some of the coma stage ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು the person is diseased constantly or bedridden constantly. Sometimes you can observe that the accident which may takes place ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಕೋಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಏಜ್. ಒಂದೇ ಏಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ 80 years ಆಫ್ ಏಜ್, 90 years ಆಫ್ ಏಜ್, 100 years ಆಫ್ ಏಜ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. 90, 95, 100 ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕೋಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕೋಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಏಜ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ it is a feature of living organism because it is with respect to particular person. That is why one more important factor you have to be think of that is human beings are having self consciousness. What difference you are making here? This question asked earlier. Just you have to remember this point. Human beings, all living organisms are having a capacity to sense. That is response and stimulus. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ human beings are having self consciousness. Human beings are normally having self consciousness. ಈ self consciousness ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is the difference between consciousness and the self consciousness? ಅದು ಕೋಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಆರ್ ಇವನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎನಿಮಲ್ಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಡೂ ಯು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್? ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರೋಡ್. They don't know about that only they can move on the left side. They are moving it is. But now, some of the people they cannot find out that. ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಹಿಡಿಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಪೊಲೀಸರು, ಈ ಸರಿ ರಾಂಗ್ ರೂಟಿಂದ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೊಂಟಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹಾರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್. ಯಾಕೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೋದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ವಿ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್, ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಆಲ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. Okay, right. This is what we have observed regarding this one. Last fifth one we have tried about this. ಐದನೇದು ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ last one we have to say about this, that is the cellular structure. Fifth one is cellular structure. Cellular structure. Cellular structure means you can see that all living organisms are made up of cells. You know about this right from amoeba ಇದೆ. Amoeba is normally having single cell, and even then you go for the next region, multicellular. Tissue grade organization is there, organ grade organization is there, organ system grade of organization is there, but basically all living organisms are made up of cells. That is why it is a feature of living organism. So what we have to observe here, all living organisms, all living organisms are basically made up of cell. Hence it is a feature of living organism. Hence it is a feature of living organisms. Only these things we have to observe that. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಎದರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತವೆ? ಕೋಶಗಳಿಂದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ 5. ಈ 5ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್, reproduction, we have said that whether the person is able to reproduce or not, or they are producing the young one or not, whether in that person growth is taking place or not, whether that person is maybe the consciousness or may not be the consciousness, but basically all are made up of cell. That is why it is normally considered as a living organism anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಸೆಲ್ಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಸೆಲ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಟು ದ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಸೆಲ್ಲಾರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್. So many things are there. Total 5 I have given here: growth, reproduction, then cellular structure, consciousness, metabolism. ಇವು 5 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇವೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Like metabolism definition is also asking, and last class or last examination they asked about the consciousness. Give an example of self consciousness they have given. This is one more question earlier asked. I am telling you that give an example for self consciousness andre now what we are thinking of that only consciousness. No, self consciousness andre human beings we have tried here. Self consciousness is human beings. This you have to remember because last time it has been asked in the examination, right? Okay, now total general characteristics of living organisms we have completed. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಆರ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟ್ರೈಡ್ ದೀಸ್ 3. 3 ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. Write a note on the reproduction in the living organisms ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ we have to write about that mode of reproduction in different organisms, that what we have studied in the earlier class. That way you have to write it. For all of you this is 5. ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನ 2 ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. All living organisms are supposed to be having the definite shape and size. Definite shape and size is also there. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್. ಇದರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಲ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್, ಬಟ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. That is why it is a feature of living organisms. Non-living organism life span ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಗುಡ್ಡಾದಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸರ್ವೈವಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್. ಹೋಮಿಯೋಸ್ಟಾಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಒಂದು. ಹೋಮಿಯೋಸ್ಟಾಸಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಹೋಮಿಯೋಸ್ಟಾಸಿಸ್. All living organisms are having capacity to maintain the internal environment. All living organisms are having capacity to maintain the internal environment. That is what we are observing it as a homeostasis. Internal environment is going to be maintained. How it is? ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಿಂದು example is sweating. How it is? When the temperature increases, automatically sweating occurs. ಇದು internal environment. ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಆಯಿತು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ಡ್, ಸರ್ ಇಂಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ಡ್. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್. heart beating is increasing, heart beating is also decreasing. This is going to be maintained. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಓಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ, immediately we are unable to speak. 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ, again it tends to normal. How it is? Who is normally made it normal? Our body itself. That is internal environment, homeostasis. ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೇಡ್, ರೈಟ್. ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ write down that is more we are observing regarding the diversity in the living world. Next we have to observe that diversity in living world, or directly we have to observe that the diversity in the living world. Diversity in the living world. So now here we have to observe that very simple part what we are saying about these things. Just in ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Diversity in the living world. Here meaning of diversity I told you. Earlier I told you that. What do you mean by this? Variety of organisms or various organisms which are existing in an ecosystem or an area. This is called as an diversity. Variety of organisms are existing. Suppose in the classroom only human beings are there. If you are thinking that means it is normally false. Why? Because in this ecosystem we are going to be finding out only in the classroom itself an ecosystem. So now here only human beings are there means it is wrong. Why? Because ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲಿಸಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ants are moving, cockroaches are there, spider is also there. All living organisms which are existing their own way without disturbing anybody. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಲಿಸಾರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, to whom it is observing? Not a person who is sitting there, it is observing cockroach for the sake of food. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಫುಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ವೆರೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ various organisms which are existing an area and they are living in their own way. They are getting the food in the own way means it know about that the food material what they are going to be collecting and how they are going to be collecting. ಇದು ಯಾರು ಕಲಿಸ್ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Everyone should know about these things. Like this diversity in the living world. So even you can observe that ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ theoretical part ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ diversity in the living world, that what I am explaining here. In this part you can observe several organisms are there. These several organisms you can observe that we have to study each organisms. ಹೌದಾ? several organism means each organism is there. One forest ecosystem ಹೋದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋದ್ರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ತವೆ? So many organisms are there. I am not talking about the only the mammals. Reptiles may be there. Even we can observe regarding the frogs are there, amphibians are also there. ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? Then we can observe frog is the amphibian. ಒಂದು reptile example also we can say that the snakes are also there. ಹೌದಾ? Aves are also there, birds, mammals are also there. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ ಇದೆ, snakes are there, aves one bird, hen you can observe that thing, or pigeon may be there, peacock may be there, mammals, bats are there. So what you are thinking about that bat, pigeon, frog, snake, these are all individual we can call as species. We are observing regarding the species. Andre this word you can observe that the various kinds of species are existing in the particular locations or the area or the ecosystem. This is called as a diversity. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಗರ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್, ಲಯನ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್. ವೆರೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್? ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್. ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ classification. It is a basic unit of classification. How do you define the spaces? Andre it is a basic unit of classification, or group of similar organisms, which can interbreed among themselves, and gives fertile offsprings. This is also a definition of the species. ಈಗ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರೂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಇದೆ, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್, ಟೊಮಾಟೊ ಇದೆ, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಟೊ ಇದೆ, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್. ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆರ್ 9th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ಫೈಲಮ್, ಹೌದಾ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಆರ್ಡರ್, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಜೀನಸ್, ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್. ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ಮೊದಲು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಬರೋದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ. ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಅಂದ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಡಾಗ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ human beings, one species, cat, one species. That is why it is a basic unit of classification. Without the species we cannot classify. Species ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. several species are there. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ species is the basic unit of classification. We have to see that. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ? ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಬರೋದು ಸಾಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ we can observe that the group of similar organisms which can interbreed among themselves and gives fertile offsprings. Group of similar organisms means ಈಗ various cat species are there. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇವೆ, ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು 10 to 20 ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಥರದ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಡಾಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು. Same species, group of similar organisms which can interbreed among themselves. ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are normally, ಅಂದ್ರೆ reproduction takes place among themselves ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. 10 ಬೇಕಿದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so normally reproduction or fertilization takes place among themselves and they can give fertile offspring. What do you mean by this fertile offspring? Offspring ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತದೆ, they are normally giving their own progeny or normally ಈಗ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಬೋದು, ಹೌದಾ. ಪಾಪಿ and all those things what we are observing that they are normally giving birth to young ones, ಹೌದಾ. ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಟು ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. That offsprings are also having capacity to reproduce. That's what we are observing that. For all of you, group of similar organisms andre 10 to 20 cats are there. So fertilization or reproduction takes place among themselves. Male mattu females irtare. Fertilization takes place among themselves and give fertile offsprings. Only offspring ಬರೀಬಹುದಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಮ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅನೇಬಲ್ ಟು ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವು ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವ್ ಬರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. Right? It is what the definition of the species. It's the basic unit of classification. ಒಂದೇ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. Followed all of you. Mango also you can see that. Similar kind of mangoes are there. So like this, group of similar organisms which can interbreed among themselves and give fertile offsprings. Now we can observe that, right, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಲೊಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಗಿವನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಈಗ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದೇವು. ಹೌದಾ? ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಡಾಗ್ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಡಾಂಕಿ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ 5 ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬಹುದು. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ಗೆ ಹೌ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದಟ್ ಒನ್, ಹೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. On the basis of certain character, we are identifying the species. Followed all of you. ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ, ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಟೈಗರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಗರ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಆದರೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಗರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಪೆಟ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್. ಟೈಗರ್ ಮನೆ ಸಾಕ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆವು, ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆವು. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಬೇರೆ, ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. Like this, now we start giving the names to the organisms. For what purpose we are supposed to be giving names? For to identify the animal easily. So, ಈಗ nomenclature ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ nomenclature. Nomenclature ಅಂದ್ರೆ giving scientific name to the organism or naming the organisms. What we are saying that naming the organisms, what we are observing it as an or scientific name to the organism is considered as an nomenclature anta kareetu. Giving scientific name to the organism we can call as nomenclature. This is true also. Nomenclature and ನೆನಪಿಡಬಹುದು. You can observe that the giving scientific name to the organism. First what we have observed that the